Hey, True Believers England team here, Twiddles as well. I've started putting them in the thumbnails just for fun, so keep an eye out for them. I really was interested in reading a few books this week. One of them, just for reviews and such, one of them being the Captain Marvel or Ms. Marvel, and I started to, and holy crap, that's boring. And I haven't checked this one out. Now, I've got it all set up as Bad Comic Beatdown Live. We're going to go and comment about it as we're reading it. I have no idea. It might be the greatest thing since sliced bread. And that is man's greatest accomplishment in the last, couple hundred years. So, anywho, I figure, what the hell? Let's go through it. I know I'm on my own right now. I sent the message out if anyone wants to join. But let's get this thing going here and see if it's any good. The cover's okay. I remember a time, by the way, when you would see Zdarsky on Batman and go, woohoo, this is going to be cool. Hey, what's up, Cartoons and Comics? All right, so starts off, and yeah, I've got this on Read Comics, by the way. Some guy is walking towards what looks like an apartment. He says, I'm sick of it, and he thinks of the villain Pig. I could take the pain, the abuse, but it's not fair to her. She worries. He's getting all dressed up. Dad, I just put dinner on. Obviously, he's talking about his daughter. Riddler, Freeze, Pig. They're all the same no matter who you work for. Oh, okay, so he's a sidekick. Or not a sidekick, but he's a, what do they call him? Oh, my gosh, I used to know words, but I can't remember them. Anywho. No, yes, it sucks. All promises, I'm guessing that he's saying, but then barely share the wealth. What the hell is it? Isn't henchman? That's what I'm trying to think of. And then and I guess he's got a black eye, so he's talking about the fact that you work for a villain and they knock you around. Frankly, I don't understand how people like the Joker can get henchmen and such. Words got to go around. Oh my gosh, we were walking down the road and he just pushed Billy into a truck. Why would you keep working for him? But nah, that's just me. I'm a different breed of cat. And speaking of cats, a cat comes up to his window. Hey buddy, nobody's gonna hurt you. He says, what do you got there? And he finds a note that says, if you risk your life, you deserve the rewards. 228 Marie Ave, Alleytown. Henchmen or minions, says Dave. Exactly. Oh, shit. I thought it said Chip Zdarsky. See, this was a freaking bait and switch. Yeah. Did I miss Teeny Howard on the cover? It says Howard right there. Oh, good God in heaven. What are you doing? Forget God. God has nothing to do with this. God has nothing to do with this. This is Satan and Jim Lee. Okay, holy crap, Teeny Howard. Man, I don't want to do this anymore. Okay, so anyway, you know what, though? I got to say, so far, Mike Hawthorne, let me read. Not bad, dude. Seriously. It's, this reminds me of what I'm expecting from the Sandman coming up. Freaking Robert Venditti's the writer, but then they give him to freaking... what's his name that I freaking hate, and I can't think of names today. The guy with the big chins, Riley Rosmo. Why would you hire Venditti, who's like the greatest writer working in comics now, and his artist is Riley Rosmo? Okay, so anyway, Failsafe, Red Mask. I haven't stopped in weeks, and then the creature Insomnia hit with their Nightmare League. I didn't read any of. I thought, yeah, I'm gonna check out this Night Terrors. Didn't read a one of them. There's an article out that talks about people who criticize comics who don't read them. That's me. I got to tell you, I've fallen so far on noob comics. I've been reading comics. I have, but most of them are silver 80s, 90s. I'm not reading modern comics is what it is. Alleytown, is that next to Gutterville? I don't know, but I know we're living in it. Okay, so bringing horrific dreams to life, he says, and we see Batman and Robin. I like the cartoonish aspect. I really would like that to come back. I guess maybe I'm reading too many silvers. I don't think that's possible. We stop them. We always do. But the toll, excuse me, don't have my glasses on, is relentless life. It's catching up to me. So I sleep so deeply. It feels so good, so sound. Zurinar, you shouldn't be here. You're locked away, of course. I'm just your backup personality, a pure Batman. Break in case of emergencies. A mistake. I should expunge you. I should. Batman argues with himself. Expunge? But what if your mind gets hijacked? We prepared for everything. I am your preparation. Wait, something's there. Who? You're paranoid. I'm evidence of that if I wanted to read properly. Rest up, Bruce. Gotham needs you. They need Batman. Two different people, yo. Yeah, I'm very much on the shelf of Batman's the real identity. So Batman wakes, and by the way, in a long time ago in Nightfall, Batman mentioned how he doesn't so much sleep as much as he meditates, so he could get a lot of energy restored even if he only sleeps a short time. It is actually in some. I remember reading one story in the 90s where he actually did that while on patrol, like he just stopped so he could rest and get his energy. Okay, in the Batacombs. How long was I put to sleep for? Is everyone else okay? Someone's been keeping me shaved, tending to me, so that's a good sign. Bruce, my God! Now, are they saying Bruce, my God, or are they worshiping? Huh, Oracle? How long was I out? It's been 8 weeks. You're in a fucking coma, dude. You could be brain dead at that point. 8 weeks? Did this happen to anyone else? Superman, Wonder Woman? Just you, thank God. You passed out after the encounter with insomnia. We think it had something to do with your possession by Deadman. We brought in Leslie, some specialists covertly, and they all said the same thing. You were fine, just asleep. Well, fine, except for what Leslie nobody's fine that sleeps for 8 weeks. That's not good. Comics, they're crazy. He did what Marcus Aurelius does. Also, we do not dream when we meditate. Comics, man. Comics. Bruce, your hand, what happened? An accident. It's fine, Oracle. Let's talk later so you can catch me up. What happened? Time happened. Aged happened. Nothing feels right anymore. And he looks at the bat suit. Have you noticed that there's a new trend of breaking down the Batman? Seriously, it's like I get maybe you don't want Super Batman that you had in the 2000s. Remember after the Tower of Babel, the Mark Waid story where he took out the Justice League with planning. Everybody was saying he could beat anybody with planning, and he became, I'm the Batman, that kind of guy. What is it? The he-she, because I'm Batman. That one. I get it, but they've gone way too far to the other end. I mean, they act like Batman isn't anymore. So I don't know. Let's see. Batman, a robot. Yeah, that's been trend for like 7 years. I know, right? It's just sad. Let's see. Tomorrow, for now, I just need to be myself. The air, the stretching. By the way, is it me or has Christian Bale forever had people doing the growl now? I shouldn't have kept my hand a secret from the rest. Before the world finds out I'm human, that the years are catching up to me. Oh, okay, but I feel defensive lately, like I need to maintain the illusion of Batman. Before the world finds out I'm human, that the years are catching up to me. Until then, let's remind the world who I am. Let's see. You sure you disabled the arm? We cut to a couple of thieves. I told you I did. We're doing it all by the book, I guess, but I don't think she'll be happy with how big a target we've hit. We're overachievers, you and me. You got eyes on things? Yeah, ain't no one sneaking up. He looks over into a reflection, sees the Batman. Mark Stolliver. He grabs a diamond. Both thieves run. Run, it's him! Batman chases. Stan Bevington. A bit out of your depth, I'd say. Goons for hire. Hired hands who usually work for freeze for Joker. Save yourself the exhaustion and the bruises. Unusual to send them on a heist. And he looks up. He sees a rope. Wasn't expecting that. A real chase. I should thank them for an opportunity to get some exercise. Where'd they? He can't find them. He sees a grate with a bolt that's off of it, missing. The vent's gone, which means the window was a feint, a familiar one, a professional one. Something's changed in Gotham. Okay, first of all, Batman would know where that freaking vent led to. One of my favorite Batman moments was somebody went into the sewers to escape, and Batman was with Robin in the Batmobile, and he goes and he stops at this big tunnel. And he says, Robin asks him, why are we here? He says, I don't call this my city because I live here. Because he knew that no matter where that guy was going to go, he was going to get out through that tunnel. That's Batman. That's real fucking Batman. And having him just wind up wherever that vent led to, that would show people why he's Batman. Sorry, Bird. All right. I could do it. Just give me another, and we see Catwoman next to another thief. Roland, you did this perfectly back in training. I know, but it wasn't 15 stories up, hanging upside down, of course. The wealthy of Gotham like to live above it all. It's where you need to become comfortable. Catwoman helps him up onto a roof. If you want to score enough to make it worth your while. I'm sorry, I just need to. Catwoman tells him, don't apologize and stop acting like I'm going to hurt you, Roland. Those days are over. You're off the hook for tonight. We're headed down to Alleytown. Well, we're living here in Alleytown. Every single hero needs to be far apart. That's progressive mantra, says cartoons. Let's see. Does he have any suit with no underwear on the outside? Also, he have a story recently where he's was a slave without a mask. I don't remember that, in all honesty. Okay, so we see a big old gym. And their one is to focus on two people fighting. You got a big girl and what looks like a black guy. The girl saying, I'd say you punch like a girl, but you don't deserve the compliment. Okay, sure. Let's pretend like guy wouldn't whoop the shit out of her. Catwoman saying, hoops, go easy, okay? And fine, boss, she says as she's got the dude in a headlock. And we see female Clayface and you too, Fuller. He started, so apparently, okay, I get Clayface, she's got powers, but apparently this is where the guys are punching bags for the chicks. Dear Lord in freaking heaven. Here we go. Look, I've had friends who are big women. And yeah, they've got some strength to them, but no, you could still, I don't know. Can't blame her. She's such a little mouse. Sometimes folks keep doubting she's got powers. How are you going to doubt that the Mud Woman has powers? She, at the very least, you might think that she's walking, talking mud. That's power enough. Corral the ladies. Meeting in 5, Catwoman says. Marquise something. Oh, okay. Meeting in 5, Marquise. Something's come up. All right. That's a shitty transition. What's so urgent? I was about to take some of the newbies on a test run, some nondescript, non-facial woman says. And then the one that should actually have facial features because she's closer says, and while Scorpiana did that, I was going to terrify them with some fear gas. So is this like Lady Scarecrow? Really see how they handle the pressure, or they test them with the fear gas. And also I've got to ask, okay, if this is such a woman's club, and you can tell it is because Catwoman's inner circle is all women, are you suggesting they're all women because they've got a bikini calendar on the wall? Is it gone to the point? Have we gone like full circle? Like, oh, you got that bikini calendar on the wall. You're a sexist and you hate women, blah, blah, blah. They're only good for sex. Now it's like, hey, we're all good lesbians and we love sex with females. So it's fine. That is it's a weird wall decoration for the room here. Catwoman says he's awake. And nondescript, unnamed black girl says, oh, shit. Do we shut down? How do we? And the fat lady says, oh, calm down, Vox. Okay, I guess her name's Vox. Who cares? There's one of him, dozens of us. Batman would beat the fuck out of you while eating a hoagie. Seriously, with chopsticks. Upside down. The She-Woman Man-Haters Club, Ed Brewer says. And most of you have never even seen him up close. It's not that simple, and you know it, Hoops. Whatever you're thinking, he's thought it first. I'm putting external training on hold. I guess that made everybody stand up. Newbies stay in the training compound walls and get word out to the graduates to be extra cautious out there. Remember, no score is worth your life or anyone else's. Okay, apparently I've missed something. I haven't read Catwoman since, what's that woman who screwed it up after Ram V was writing a really good story after Joelle Jones was doing a pretty good job on it? Okay, so let's see. Redheaded girl says, hey, don't let it rattle you. At least, don't let them see you rattled. We knew this was coming ever since you broke us all out of jail. I didn't forget, just hoped, Catwoman says. I'd have a little more time. We're up and running, and he can't deny that it's working. He likes to argue with facts and logic. That one? Oh, okay, I see. He likes to argue with facts and logic, that one. Like they don't know they're talking about Batman. Gonna speak freely, boss. After what you told me about the two of you, I'm not so confident you're any good at arguing with them. But I am practiced at it. Look, it's always been complicated between us, Catwoman says. He's going to have problems, but he loves this damn city so much. He has to see it changing. It's becoming something different, something better because of what we've done. Because the world needed Catwoman, not Batman. It's like the world needs plastic. Not a lot of people know this, but the world created humans in order to make plastic, but the world couldn't put those chemicals together itself. So, and now that we have plastic, the world is destroying us. See, the city of Gotham needed Catwoman. And in order to have Catwoman, they needed Batman to create her. That's why. It's a true story. True story. You can Google it. Hurrah, this infernal machine. Cronius, I need you to tear it asunder, says Maxie Zeus. Sir, I keep telling you, I don't know how. We see guards on the floor. Gotham does not deserve my divine electricity, streaming so freely from this electric plant. I need to reclaim it. Maxie Zeus is in great need of some time at Arkham, we hear Robin say as he falls out. As he jumps, I guess he's not falling. Mount Arkham is no place for a god, Maxie Zeus says and runs. The big henchman is saying, no. You know, at least they've got comfortable suits in outfits, right? Uniforms. If you work for Maxie Zeus, you get a toga, at the very least. You're better than this, Craig, as Robin runs past the henchman. I'm sorry, Robin. I like the fact that there's names to it. That is something I'll say is clever. You know, if these are the same criminals that are just going from one villain to another trying to find jobs, eventually they would get to know them. So that I'm going to give them a plus on. Catwoman could be the only challenge, says MK. Now Catwoman is a feminazi. Great fail against his cartoons. Let's see. Batman doesn't argue like that. Laugh my out at Chubby thinking she could take Batman by. I know, right? When she hits the wall, no one will care. Well, they're talking all about how Batman hit the wall already. I have a does that mean they're going to try to replace Batman again? They're going to be, oh, he's too old, so we're going to replace him with somebody we'll get royalties off of if they make a movie. All righty. Maxie Zeus says, does the Batman really think Maxie Zeus could be defeated by some preening bird? He shoots lightning at the Robin, and Robin says, Maxie, you've got nothing. Come on, just give up. Never. I am a god. I am. And we see Batman. Done. And he puts Maxie Zeus down. My God, but Batman. Robin, looked like you didn't need me, but damn it, Batman, of course I need you. You know, that has so many different connotations now. God, they ruined a good character. It's good to see you, son. I'm sorry if it's not your fault. After everything that's happened recently, who can blame you for pulling a Rip Van Winkle, Robin says. I'm just glad you're okay. Did you round up Maxie's goons? Yeah, it was just Craig Groff, the guy who worked for Riddler for like a week. He's inside but harmless. Cops have just entered, so they'll nab him, no problem. Not like Maxie to go unprepared. What happened to his usual pantheon of thugs? Robin answers, you talked to Bruce since you woke up? You talked to, okay. I did, but I disconnected my comms, needed to clear my head before. She just alerted all of us. Catwoman wants to talk, have a talk, masks off. And we see Catwoman at her stripper's mirror, apparently. That could be Broadway. I'm going to go stripper's mirror. Yeah. Like legit, the only person, says Ahsoka, who has survived working with the Joker is Harley. I know. Why work for these shitheads? All righty. Gang's all here except, yeah, of course. He can't just show up on time and make it easy. Yeah, well, neither can you. Hold it against him. Give him hell. Go home, Marquis. I've got it from here. I mean it. Don't you dare go soft on me, Kyle. You're the world's greatest criminal. Now, Joker will argue. Place is known hideout for organized criminals, Robin says. We should be shutting it down. If Catwoman is operating out of themed buildings, well, that's villain behavior in Gotham. Spoiler, his girlfriend, by the way, says, is this meeting about Bruce? Is he really awake or no names in the field? Spoiler. Father, enjoy your nap. That's good. That's a good one. That is a, oh my gosh, he has a name. That's a Damien line. Don't worry, Steph. You can speak freely here. The Kitty Cat Club is under my protection, safe from prying ears and eyes. I'm glad you all came. I've never really been a part of your family, but I think you all will appreciate what I have to say. You're each one of the Gotham's fiercest protectors, and so am I. We all want to make things better in the city, Catwoman continues. In the world. Some of you may have noticed, but violent crime is down by almost 75%, and the usual colorful cast of characters have been suspiciously quiet when it comes to anything of consequence. It would seem the pool of hired help of all the real monsters out there has been greatly diminished. There are simply, forgive the words, not enough goons to hire. Those goons have had a life of fighting for scraps while having to suffer the erratic rages of the Riddler, the Joker, or our own. How many times have we beaten these people with our own hands? They serve some time. They go right back out to the monsters, the heists, the petty alleyway robberies, because it's all they've known. They never had the skills to figure something out until now. I've trained them. I'm training more to be like me, elite cat burglars. No more smash and grab, no more armed robbery, no more henchmen. And I've given them rules. All of the heroes are looking pensive, as is proper, actually, for this. They're only allowed to steal from the wealthy of this city. No score is worth your life or anyone else's. No violence, no confrontations. And they have to donate 15% of their gains to Gotham charities. This is why the streets are quiet. This is why your villains are floundering, and it's getting big enough that I need you all to do something for me. I need you to leave us alone. Nope. Nope. You're criminals. You're still criminaling. This isn't a solution. You've just changed the crime. Exactly. Exactly. Not a Bat member here should follow her. Yes, but there's a big difference between a bodega owner being shot for the money they need to live on and a millionaire who wakes up to find some jewels missing. She's right. It's actually working. We've all seen it out there. This is preposterous. These criminals are just going to be better trained when they slink back to their twisted masters. But why would they go back? She's given them independence. This just doesn't sit right with me. I think we need to see more, get more data. Maybe Selena can show us how she's training them so we could see the change and then we can know. I can't believe what I'm hearing. We have a mission. We stop crime. We don't allow some crimes simply because they appear more acceptable than others. What is this about, Selena? Do you expect us to look away when we see one of your criminals at work? Did you really think I'd sit by and watch crime take place? If you attack my people, all you're doing is increasing the kinds of crime you're so desperate to stop. The violent ones. We're just allowing the rich to be robbed. They can afford it. Fuck you. I'm poor as fuck, and that's bad. And they're making, oh God, oh dearly. I'm fucking speechless now. Why is there daylight here? I have no idea. I'm speechless on this. Seriously. Catwoman's dumb. It's a stupid fucking idea. And seriously, this is what you get with I'm going to go political on this. This is what you get with a leftist mind. The rich can afford it. We should be able to steal from them all the fucking time because they've got the money. Stealing is fucking stealing. It's time. It's life. Yeah, I get it. Some people make more money than others do. Lord knows there's some of you could probably buy and sell me 6 times over. But it's still your fucking time. Now, okay, maybe you can do a charity or do something where you can convince the rich to take these people out and actually train them with jobs. Get them working. Have the rich give their money rather than steal it. Okay. If you had, okay, blah, 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 blah. The violent ones were just allowing the rich to be robbed. They can afford it. Hell, half of them never even earned their ludicrous wealth. They can give some up for. My parents were rich. This is wrong, Selena. Targeting one set of people in place of another doesn't solve anything. Do not yell at me. But if we're fighting in front of the kids, you're clearly furious because you've wasted your fortune and your brain on bat cars and punching people, and it took compassion to fuck you. Fuck you, Teeny Howard. Fuck you, Zdarsky, Chip Zdarsky. This is a clear understanding that you don't understand the fucking character. Jesus Christ, even that movie a few years ago. Realize, oh, I am vengeance. No, he's not just vengeance. He's been compassion about since the very beginning. Batman is not out for vengeance. Batman is out to make sure this doesn't happen to other people. He gives to charity. There's a whole fucking thing in DC Comics called the Wayne Foundation. But you know what? You live in a world of super beings, and some of them prey on people. So Bruce Wayne, or Batman as he really is fighting on both fucking fronts. This is, good Lord, why does anybody... Chip Zdarsky wrote Batman pretty well. So my thinking is this is a Teeny Howard story where Chip Zdarsky just said, you should tweak this, tweak that. Go fuck yourself, you fucking SJW munch. Jesus Christ. We never got married because Gotham needed a Batman. No, you... If you read the fucking story and it wasn't a great one, it was because a happy Batman would go away. Bullshit. You didn't even give a chance. DC Comics couldn't imagine writing a Batman with a partner that was a female, which, gosh darn it, you wrote him with Robin forever and a day. It would be the same goddamn thing. Holy shit. Is there a character that DC is not going to completely fuck? Holy crap. And you were all too happy to agree and throw yourself into your mission. No, dumbass. They had Catwoman leave and go off into Joel Jones' world. And if I remember correctly, Batman beat the shit out of a courthouse bathroom because he was willing to go through with the marriage. Gotham doesn't need Batman, Bruce. It needed me. Well, there you go. Once again. Should we head to the church now? This is right here. I would have a word bubble. Oh, go fuck yourself. Get off your goddamn high horse. You ain't done shit, and you wouldn't be shit if it weren't for me. And, of course, the dude, the guy who truly should be in jail, he fucking cut the heads off of mob bosses. Ha! She's not wrong, Bruce. I cannot believe you. You who gives gifts instead of talking. Only you would hate getting everything you ever wanted. Not like this. Robin says, Bruce, wait. This is, I'm not sure what to make of it. Selena Nightwing says. Batgirl says, you and Bruce, I don't know if the two of you will be able to work through this. Catwoman says, it was never just the two of us. It was me, him, and his mission. And I've been playing the field. I have a mission of my own. Spoiler, wow, I really don't like it when mom and dad fight and my boyfriend turns gay after 30 years. She's not my mother, says Damian. I don't take lessons from criminals. And of course, they show the biggest criminal in the room. I'm sorry, but I do believe that. I truly believe this about, what does he call it, the Red Hood? He cut off the heads of mobsters, and Batman's like, well, I guess I can overlook that, but, you know, okay, now he's got a problem. Tim says, Batman, come on, what's the point of walking out instead of what, Robin? Reasoning with all of you? Everyone in that room is a victim of crime. I took all of you in, helped you move past that to help. And now you all want to decide who gets to be a victim? There's nothing to debate. And I agree with them. Absolutely. Fuck, I meant to text you that I wasn't training tonight. I don't have it in me, Catwoman says to random fat guy. That's, oh, okay, that's Daria talking. Okay, that's fine, Daria. I'm taking a shower and going to bed. You okay? Are you? Point taken. All righty. Daria, can we please talk tomorrow over brunch or something? Hey, Selena, Red Hood says. He enters her shower. Nice place you've got, but the security guard who doesn't just mope on the couch. Okay, Catwoman knocks him aside. Would never happen. What part of leave me alone didn't you understand? You followed me to my home, get out of here, and they start fighting. Bruce really rattled you back there. And okay, now this is the way the fight would go. It's definitely distracting you. There's no way I would have been able to follow you before the meeting, or after the meeting. Some girl grabs him by the neck. Of course, he gets out of that pretty easy. He's hit with a table. Catwoman kicks him. And how does this end? Okay, here we go. Out of my house, Jason. You're going to need more than this crew, Selena, when he comes. You don't just need the junior bats to stay out of your way. You need those of us who get it to purr in his ear for you. You need help from the inside. And I get it, Selena. The same way Aiko here gets it. And this guy, Dario, I live here, Dario says. Red Hood, what happened to him ducking morons? I know, right? Let's see what we've got here. The henchmen should unionize. Also, I think you're missing the biggest flaw in our plan. By all means, the rich can move. They will move. Then there will be no more rich. Oh, there you go. Her plan doesn't even make sense. Yeah, you're right. You're actually right about that, Ahsoka. So after a while, they'd be like, hey, we're getting robbed all the time. Let's go. And then what? The criminals are going to go back and they're going to go after the poor. Red Hood got his ass kicked. Yeah, right. Okay, don't talk to them. I've got someone else I want you to speak to. Her name is Marquis. You'll need to go through her if you want to help. You can't be seen around me again if this is going to work. And I don't think I need to say this, but no killing. The last thing we need is an even angrier Batman. I'm losing control, Batman says, and control is all I've ever had over my mind, my body, my city. Gotham has always been unlawful. It's why I exist, to correct that. And the people who followed me into this life, maybe I've been blinded by my affection for them, thinking that they all shared my mission. They all put on their costumes, pretend to be Nightwing or Robin, and I'm not pretending. This is who I am. Justice. And I'll do what I need to do. So you live says, oh, okay, Renee Montoya. What would you think otherwise? Or why would you think otherwise, Commissioner Montoya? Figure I'd dust this giant text notification since nobody's seen you for a while. And funny that you disappear and crime goes down. Makes you think. I don't really care for you, Batman, since last week, apparently. Fine. It's a growing and endless list. Why am I here? There was a breakout from jail. Selena Kyle led it. From what we could tell, bringing some dangerous people with her. You have any idea where they could be? Why would I? Well, to be perfectly blunt, rumor has it that you and her are tight. Look, Jim Gordon seemed totally content making your deal a one-way street, giving you information while he sat and waited for you guys to deliver guys in costume. Holy fuck. Renee Montoya would not disrespect Commissioner Gordon. This is something, man. This is freaking something. I can't believe, honestly, she would not disrespect Gordon like that. But I actually feel like doing my job. So you think Gordon wasn't doing his job? Holy shit. So if you have any dirt about the jailbreak, then give it to me. It's the least you could do since I'm not out arresting you and your crew on site. We're out there doing what we do because you let Gotham fester. Actually, not only has crime been down since you disappeared, it's been down since I became. Stats can be manipulated. The streets tell me what I need to know. And you know what? And you want what I know, Montoya? You want in on how my city operates? Prove yourself. If I'm this to all, I'm this to none. I'm kept close, but my opposite should be kept even closer. It looks like we're both losing friends, Batman. So the real question is, do you want a new one? Riddler asks. And we see a high-rise criminal. And he's, okay, Roland, easy does it. Easy. Holy shit, it worked. You ready for this, man? You disabled the alarms. You made sure the family was out of town. Everything Catwoman taught you, the checklist. I promised you, Sally, our daughter would be safe when you were gone. I'd take care of. Shit, wow. We could live for years off of what's in the palm of my hand. This is, what was that? Fuck, keep your cool, man. That's number one on the checklist, you. And he drops a ruby. Damn. Sloppy, need to calm down and stop. Don't you move or I'll actually, go on ahead. I'm very much a blam. Okay. One less thief. Gordon has become Batman. Gordon legit has taken down villains. Her plan will work at max 2 years. Let's see. Cartoons is saying these people really hate us, don't they? But they aren't able to create nothing, so they need to kill everything good. I think that's playing out before our eyes here. Call the cops if you mess up. My remaining elite clientele. Been a while, Flanagan. Flunkies is where all the goons used to hang out and trade stories. Gotham's themed villains would troll here looking for hireable hands. Friday night place is usually filled to the brim with scum. Don't pretend like you don't know. Everyone thinks they hit the big time like they're independent contractors all of a sudden. Got rules now. No public fraternizing if you believe it. All I got are guys like Sid here, all aged out of lifting giant pennies for Two-Face. Damn near broke my back. Flunkies, the Wharf Gotham rail yards. Every haunt is cleared out. She did it. I've been out since dusk. Nothing's come across nothing. No muggings, no violence, no emergencies caused by the wild cards with the outsized egos. Enacted by their hired hands, the crimes being committed now make no noise. Silent thefts joining the ranks of other quiet crimes, the embezzlements, the frauds. Was Selina right? Am I so dogmatic that I can't see her plan is a good thing? If people are safe, isn't that? And then we hear an alarm a few blocks away. Siren, 2 blocks away. It's not all quiet. We see Batman swinging in. Officer on the 22nd floor, shutting down the scene. Okay, I'm going to go talk to the neighbors. Random cop who looks like he's from the 1970s says, Batman lands. Tell me everything. Cop says, shit, freeze. Try it. Ease up, officer, because that won't end well. This man, you know him? Guy broke into a condo 20 floors up, owned by Hannah Jiang of Jiang Chemicals. Her family was on vacation in Central City, but she couldn't join them because of work. His name is Roland Garner. Worked for Freeze, Riddler. Spent some time in Blackgate, a single father making bad choices. Everyone's making bad choices, and now this man, this father, is dead, leaving an orphan. I'll fight you all if I have to. The mission has been tainted. We stop crime because we're Batman. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. There you go. All righty. So how is it? How is this? This is horrible as I've heard. I truly, truly believe this is a horrible idea. I could see Catwoman thinking of it. I could see the Hood following her. No way Damian follows her. Damian is more obsessed than no way Barbara follows. Barbara is to the side, is a no, and so is Nightwing. This is Catwoman, and this is the Hood. That's it. That's the only members of the Bat family, Catwoman and the Hood. Spoiler would follow Tim. Tim would be smarter than this as well, before, of course, the big turn. So this is really the Hood and Catwoman versus the rest of them. It's over in 5 minutes. Serious. I'm sorry, but it should be a 3-issue miniseries. Apparently, this is the new crossover. No, I don't see it. The book ain't great, guys. It just isn't. That one part where, and I've heard so many people, obviously, that they have no idea what they're talking about. They have no clue who Batman is. And they talk about, well, he only spends his money on gadgets so he could go punch out the poor. I never liked that for a couple of reasons. It's also why I never buy into the whole poverty line. I mean, we didn't go hungry and all. My parents made sure that we had, and a lot of times the stuff we were given, we didn't know it was poor stuff, My mom and dad was really good about that. Excuse me. I remember I think I told the story before, but there was this one Christmas where my mother went Christmas shopping at the dollar store. Tons of toys. And we loved it. We thought we were on cloud nine, you know. By the way, the point of the story is I've never, well, that's not true. I did do some crime in my teenage years. But I just don't. But it wasn't because I was poor. It was because I thought it was cool. I thought it was thrilling. Yeah. And by that you mean you could see Teeny Howard thinking of it. Yeah, absolutely. I'm hoping that the parts that are just ruining the characters are the Teeny Howard, and we haven't watched the complete downfall of Chip Zdarsky. Let's see. And legit, that was how it was going to happen. I think it's going to escalate. The criminals are going to start killing. Well, in this case, somebody obviously either shot or just ended up fighting and threw this guy out the window. Cool. She had a right to defend herself. I'm picturing Barbara Gordon going all evil. Yeah, right. Compare this to Nightfall. Guarantee the #1 character is way better than that. Look, Nightfall is a hell of a lot better already than this. But then again, we know how Nightfall ends. But this is a complete bastardization of some characters. And Catwoman's the main victim in this one, obviously. We do get the whole, oh, women can do it for themselves kind of thing. And look, there's a lot of competent women. We are dealing with comics. So, okay, if we are doing the comic book thing, yes, Catwoman can kick Red Hood's ass. It's not the real world. Okay, I get it. But overall, dude, yeah, this one sucked. there's no getting around that. This was, and this is it, huh? This is where we're going. This is what we're doing for the next few months. We're going to have Gotham Underground War or whatever it's going to be called. It's, God bless them. Good luck. Teeny Howard sucks. She does. I don't know her as a person. I do know she sucks as a writer. Wait, isn't she that? She's the one in the wheelchair, right? Is that who I'm talking about right here? Chip is finished at this point. He can't hide his contempt for capitalism even a little bit. Oh, it's like Tom Taylor writing Nightwing as a communist, and it's, oh, I got $1 billion. I'm going to do all of this. I'm like, okay, so you're broke tomorrow. I mean, there's a reason why that it doesn't happen. There's a reason why throwing money at problems doesn't actually work, and you just send bad money after good. That's why it don't work. Sorry, gang. Yeah, that's T. Franklin. I don't know the difference anymore. They're all T's. T. Franklin is a legitimate bad person. I don't know. Anywho, let me know what you guys think. That's my take on this. If you like the Bad Comic Beatdown Live, usually I like to have the friends on, but there you go. If you like this, though, let me know in the comments below so I can find other days to do this. I think it's going to be it could be a blast going through some comics. I still, I guess, do want to do the Starfire. It just looked like it would be a lot of fun, and of course the Ms. Marvel has to be talked about at some point. Wondering if that's gonna bust sales or gonna fail completely out of the clip. How is it doing? See, there used to be a thing where Bleeding Cool actually would get this weekly. I would comment on it. They would get a weekly sales thing from all of the comic shops, and that was kind of cool because we got an idea of what was actually selling and what wasn't. That was back in the Rebirth days when DC was kicking Marvel's ass. That ain't happening no more, kids. It just ain't happening. DC is back on its knees. Seriously, Marvel sucks. And DC is still second to it. It's horrible. And it all started with the coming of Bendis and the destruction of all the goodwill that Rebirth had started. Let's see. one Ahsoka, Tano Gaming, pretty much every other comic these days. Superman, but he's evil. Batman, but he kills. Yeah, I'm actually reading the Injustice comic. I found, I think it was at Ollie's or something for like $6. So I grabbed it. I remember liking it the first time around. It's okay. I mean, you know, I dig the game. But when you get evil Superman, evil Superman, evil Superman, okay, guys, we've seen the trope. Come up with something different. How about this? And this would be really good. And you might have to get Jurgens or Tomasi again. Let's write Superman. Let's write a guy. And here's what you do. You find out who Superman really is. I know who he is because I've been reading comics and I know the best of Superman. And it's not just an opinion. I'm absolutely 100% correct about this. You're either agreeing with me or you're fucking wrong. Superman's real power is that he will always do what's right. No matter. He will do what is right. He is not an alien. Well, sure, his physiology is alien. Obviously, to deny that is to be wrong. But he is raised human. He has no idea what Krypton is until he goes to his fortress and he learns a few things. But he has no active knowledge. He has no active memory. There's a line in Good Will Hunting. I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie, but he says, you can read all the books you want about the Vietnam War, but you'll never know what it's like, you know, being there holding your friend's guts in your hands. And that's true. That's true for any of us. I heard all sorts of stories about Thailand. Never really had any idea of what it would be like to live there until I went and lived there. Same with people who hear things about America, but they never have any idea about how it is to live there. And within America, I don't know what it's like to be in Kentucky like Eric. You guys, if you're not from Florida or don't live here, you don't know what it's like to be Floridian. Sure, we know the stories, you know, this Florida man and all that kind of stuff, but I don't know, it's different. And that's Superman with Krypton. And even now, that argument is bounced up again. Oh, no, he's alien. We got to explore the... No, because he's not. He's got an alien's body, but his heart, his soul is American. Not just of Earth, but of America. And that is something that a lot of leftist writers choose to ignore. Truth, justice in the American way, because that is the best way. Let's see. Not even human always do what's right, says Ed. I am reading my old Captain America collection and remember why I love them. Screw that postmodern junk. Captain America hasn't been around since he got shot in the head. Cheers. E, do you remember that time when Kryptonians were made to be aliens with the ability to shapeshift? I do not, thankfully. Like legit, they made it so Kryptonians had green skin and antennae, and I don't remember reading that story. I don't know when did it happen. Superman's the kind of guy who saves the world from an asteroid, and when the press shows up asking questions, he leaves because he hears a cat stuck in the tree 5 miles away. Now, they did touch on something in the TV show. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in the comics too, where Superman realizes he can't save everybody. Some things you have to let go. The small things you have to trust people to take care of, or that's your entire life, because he can hear so much. And that right there is, that has to be hard. I wonder how many abuse victims or something like that he's hearing, you know? Let's see. Truth, justice in the American way, says that's the way it is. That's the way it's supposed to be. We had this discussion. I don't know if Trista is still here. I was on her channel once. We had a discussion, and we were talking about how Superman, she says Superman would respect all cultures. And I said, no, I don't think he would. And he shouldn't, in all honesty, if he wants to remain Superman. And my, of course, my example was that, say Superman's flying around the world, he goes through Iraq or Iran or any Muslim country, and there's a group of men about to throw a homosexual off the building. Superman's supposed to respect their cultures. He flies away. He doesn't save that man. A woman who is expected of divorce is getting stoned to death. Superman should not respect that culture. But if he's going to respect that culture, have at it, kids. Enjoy. See you later. I mean, I know I'm pulling out two harsh examples, but those two harsh examples are real. So once again, America is the better way. One thing that's not pointed out nearly enough is we're the only country with really in our laws freedom of speech. So somebody's going to jail for saying something like in Thailand, as a matter of fact. I learned very fast if I wanted to not be in a Thai jail, don't talk about the king. They will put you in jail. They will, at the very least, you'll spend some time in jail, and then you'll be out. You have to apologize, and then you'll be humiliated in public with either a caning or something. And I loved living in Thailand. It's just that I learned that one thing. So anyway, so yeah, ultimately, I would like to see a Superman comic where Superman is written properly. I want to see Batman written as a guy who has no compassion for criminals, all the compassion in the world for victims. He does not do this just for his own personal victimhood. He does this because he doesn't want anyone else to become the victim that he is. He is not his own vengeance. If you're going to call him vengeance, he's not his own vengeance. He's vengeance for those who are preyed upon. And that's the core of Batman. That's who they should show here. Batman, in this story, at some point in time, should be absolutely 100% shown to be correct if they tell this story properly. At some point in time, you're just aiming the criminals at another set of victims. That's what's happening. And if they do that, okay, they've turned the story around. Good job. I have a feeling, however, that Batman is going to end up to be shown that he is dumb on this one. He doesn't know the world is changing. He's got old-fashioned golden or silver age ideals. But I'm hoping and praying that they're going to get this right. And Batman will be shown to be the correct member of the Bat family on this. All right. I don't respect anyone who is authoritarian to its people, says Cartoons. I agree. There was when the king died, his son, nobody respected the son, by the way, in Thailand. And you couldn't say anything about the king, but man, people are just blah, 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 blah. That son was, it's basically Joe Biden, whom nobody here really respects anyway, and his kid. All right. So the king that everybody loved died. And this son is made king. And someone decided, okay, they were going to talk about how stupid we all thought the son was before he was king. Why aren't we doing that? This woman was exactly like I said. She was beaten in public and she was shamed in public and she was forced to apologize. And her family even turned on her for the cameras. I don't know what happened when the cameras turned off. But yeah, not a big fan. About the freedom of speech thing, y'all remember when the British arrested that one dude for teaching his dog the Nazi salute as a joke? Yep. There you go. Anyway, kids, that's my take on the book and a little bit more of my long-windedness. So please do me a favor. Click like, share, do the subscription thing if you haven't done it already. Also, over on the From the Long Box channel, links in the description below. I'm doing a lot of comic book stuff as well. I'm going to keep the live stuff here. If you like this, please let me know in the comment section, not just the chat, but the comments. And I'll try to pick a different book, you know, maybe nightly, probably not, but I'll try to get there like Wednesday and Thursday. Gail is off and I try to be a husband. This Wednesday, we're finally going to my daughter's birthday dinner. On her birthday, we were going to go. And she ate this little bread thing, and it turned out to be a butter bar, and she's lactose intolerant, so we couldn't go then. It was going to be last Wednesday, but hey, hurricane. And so we said, okay, this Wednesday, we're finally going to go and have our little birthday dinner. So probably won't be able to do a live on that night, but maybe if I come home later, I'll do one, because this is fun. I kind of like doing this. It's like an EFAP for comics. Why not? But yeah, please, when this is posted, leave a comment saying, hey, continue this, maybe this book, maybe that book. I'm kind of out of it as far as new comics are concerned. So if you have a book that you think might be bad, please not those young adult. Those are like 152 pages. So I don't know, maybe a couple of them. I already read that freaking I Am Not Starfire, though. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, guys, if you don't mind helping out the channel, there's a Ko-Fi link in the description below. And as always, thank you very, very much for watching. Have a good night. Enjoy.